Welcome to Storytime with Chief, brought to you by E1T1 Entertainment. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you enjoy the episode, feel free to hit the Cash App. Any donation is highly appreciated. Peace. Yo, what up, world? Welcome back to the E1T podcast. This is an emergency episode. I hit my man Jay like, yo, we gotta talk. The NBA is on fire right now. Jay, first, how are you? Before we talk about what's going on in media, how you doing, brother?
I'm good, but I just want to mention, man, listen, I'm going to call it out now, bro. When you gave me
Yeah.
that call, bro, it's like, or you gave me that message, I'm like, yo, when you on it like that or we on it, people that's on it like that on the news, bro, those
Yes,
are the
sir.
difference maker, and that show the passion, you know what I'm saying, of the
Thank
dreams.
you.
You
My
already, I'm
brother.
doing good, man. I can't complain, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing good. I'm ready
Yes,
for another
sir.
one.
Let's go. Yeah, I got to give you some feedback, man. The last episode went crazy. The people loved your input about Aisha Curry. They were saying in the comments, like, yo, Jay is emotionally intelligent. I know they ain't talking about me because I'm not emotionally intelligent at all. I be talking mad garbage. Like, they were talking about you. You brought a wholesome feeling to the episode. So thank you.
That's a fact. Don't lie to yourself, man. You be spitting some facts, bro. I'll be learning myself, bro.
Each one teach one, bro.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, it was good to hear that, man. It was very humbling because, I don't really try to do much. I just try to, put myself in that person's shoes. And that's
Yes,
why
sir.
sometimes, a lot of times, me and the guys or guys online will be like, oh, you taking out for the shorties. But I just, I just try to put my,
Hating.
yeah, I just
Hating.
try to put myself in their shoes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, man. The people loved your insight on it, and I interviewed a lot of people. Some of the episodes I couldn't even put out.
Damn.
YouTube wouldn't let me. They were like slamming Aisha Curry, and I'm like, nah, this ain't what we doing. You know
Correct,
what I
correct,
mean? It's just
correct,
a
correct.
different perspective, and it is what it is. But since we're on the topic of basketball, my brother, I just got in from work, and I threw on like YouTube, see what's happening, and then my wife comes. She's like, "Yo, babe, you heard about LeBron?" I'm like, "What happened to LeBron?" She's like, "I'm not sure how serious this is, but they're saying that he's under investigation." So I'm like, what? LeBron is like the role model citizen of the NBA. So, I did my due diligence and I'm like, yo, I got to hit Jay ASAP. So long story short, the FBI has been investigating the NBA on the low for a little bit over gambling fraud. And they booked 31 people, 2 NBA people, the remaining 29 from mobster families. I'm not mob familiar, so I don't need to mention the names for fraud. And basically Terry Rozier, point guard, I believe, for the Miami Heat, and Chauncey Billups, a finals MVP, future Hall of Famer, head coach right now for the Portland Trailblazers, caught up in scamming hardworking people like you and I, because I be on FanDuel. I be on, you know what I'm saying? I be on Prize Picks, and I can't hit a parlay to save my life.
That's a fact.
I'm like, yo, my wife like, yo, babe, stop gambling. You suck. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna keep gambling. But then when I see this, like, multi-millionaires cheating the common man, bro. So it's two separate things. Like, Terry Rozier was basically letting people know, like, yo, I'm gonna leave the game early. Bet the under. And Chauncey Billup was in a poker. Like he was on another level. Basically, they called him the face card. So allegedly, oh yeah, this is all alleged, y'all. Allegedly, the mob had a negotiation, I guess, with Chauncey Billups. Like, yo, we just need you to be the face. We're gonna invite a whole bunch of people, and we're gonna scam them and fraud them, counting cards, all that shit, bro. And now they under arrest. They were talking about it on Inside the NBA. Everyone's like disappointed. But in my mind, I'm like, yo, me and you wake up every day to provide for our families with integrity. These are multi-millionaires risking it all. Terry Rozier made $26 million, my brother. That's what he's getting paid this year. And he risking it all for 50 racks? 50 racks. Like, let me let you go ahead. Let me hear your perspective. What do you think
So yeah,
about
so
all of
so you
this?
told me, son. I didn't even know LeBron was in the allegations. So I'm like,
Allegedly,
damn.
you know,
Yeah,
Instagram be lying. Maybe I don't think LeBron's involved. Instagram be
yeah.
lying.
So
Maybe that was
first,
fake news. But
so
Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier definitely got booked.
nah, yeah, because I heard Terry Rozier, he had like a $98 million contract, and they said he only got 200K. You know, the thing is that anytime you involve money into something where where people could make money, especially with betting, it's like money spoils a good thing. Um, and it's sad that we always get the bad end of the stick, bro. You know what I mean? Like no matter what, it's like we putting our hard money. And the real question is, who the hell is taking Terry Rozier on the over?
Facts. He ain't Kyrie. Like, you ain't getting picked
That's
anyway.
a fact,
That's a fact.
but I think I think the issue is greed. I feel like a lot of times, people get presented with an opportunity and they don't know how to say no. Or they're not looking at the bigger picture. Like it's going good now, but eventually those things is gonna crumble. You not only messing up the game, but you messing up people's lives because people out here betting and they're like, yo, I know LeBron good for 7 rebounds. And it's like, yo, you 6'8" and you get 2 rebounds.
2 rebounds?
There was they got a guy on Instagram that he be calling out the bets and he be, I think he be saying, Vegas
Wow.
made the call. Vegas made the call. Like he be making jokes. And he
Yeah.
showed a clip of Indiana college football team. I'm gonna send you this, bro. It's wow.
Please.
Indiana college football team, bro. Hopefully you could probably put the clip in this video, bro.
Yes, sir.
The quarterback, bro, hiked the ball. I think it was like 5 seconds left, bro. They're down by, I think the spread was like 2 or something like that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so they was I believe they was up or something like that. But anyway, the dude runs the ball, but he's at the 20-yard line. He runs the ball back like this, like he's trying to throw it to somebody. Bro gets into the opposite end zone. He didn't even get hit yet. Bro, when you see this, you're gonna be like, you gotta see it to believe it.
But
He
that's
didn't
like
even get
video game. That's like a
bro,
video
he
game.
goes down like this. Bro, he didn't even get hit yet. And it's like,
Safety.
and the coach is on the sideline acting like he's looking mad. Like, come on, bro. Like it gets to the point
That's
where
terrible. That's terrible.
it has to be more people involved because like some of the things it's like blatant obvious in our face. You know what I mean? It's like,
Damn, bro.
what are we to you do? You know? It's like, damn, it's like I don't even want to bet no more.
Facts.
And another thing I noticed too is like, cause I'll be messing with prize picks, right? I
Yeah.
started noticing prize picks to come out with the taco, or those that don't know, the taco is like a promotion. Whatever that person has to score rebounds is, they cut the percentage down to make it easier to win. And then,
Yeah.
I'm not sure the percentage, but a lot of times, bro, I see that taco. I say, you know what? I'm gonna go take the under on the regular number because they put him in the light and now all of a sudden it's playing. Now all of a sudden he don't even hit his promotion. He don't hit his taco. And then what I noticed, what they've been doing on the prize
Mm.
picks, they'll show you the lines. Bro, I was looking at the lines, bro. It was this dude was like green for 4 weeks. I mean, he was green. Like, I mean, he was
Yeah.
green for
Guaranteed
4.
win.
And when they showed the last date, I'm looking at the last date. The last date, I'm like, hold on, the last date, that's a week and a half ago. So they show me all these greens, and they like, oh, well, he hit this number 21 days in a row. Yeah, you got the wrong one. Guess who gonna bet the under?
Because you caught on to the game. You caught on to the game.
But more than that, bro, I realize it's a system. No matter what it is, like, you know what I'm saying? Like in life, like you could be bothered by it. And I think the problem with us as the people, we don't stick together. We competing with one another. But it's the system, the whole system that keeps us basically down. I mean, it's like,
Yes,
bro,
sir.
you go outside and it's like they ready to charge you for everything, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Listen, it's almost impossible to go outside, bro, and not spend at least anywhere from $30 to $50.
Impossible.
Especially
Inflation,
if you
everything
got a
up.
girl, forget about it, man. That's 50 and 100. You know what I mean?
Facts. Date night, Applebee's in the blink of an eye, like a buck spent on
Correct.
nothing.
Can you bring me some
What
food
happened to two
home?
for 20? Word. Like
Exactly. Exactly.
it's crazy, bro. But even with that, you see how you're talking about the like livelihood for like the everyday working
Correct.
individual. You step outside, you already know, yo, I'm gonna spend like 50 today, maybe 150 if I want to grab a drink with the bros or take my wife to a nice dinner. Now you can't even watch sports and root for your team. I'm a diehard Knick fan. Diehard Knick fan. But now when I see all this gambling and people, players, millionaires betting on the games, I'm like, yo, I wonder if the NBA's involved in this shit. Is that why my Knicks can't make it past the Eastern Conference Finals? You feel me? Like, or am
You're
I
a true Knicks
bugging?
fan. You're a
I
true
mean, yeah,
now you're a true Knicks fan. Now
like
I
we beat Boston with ease, right? We beat Boston with ease. And then we basically get a gentleman's sweep from the Pacers. We can't beat the Pacers? And I'm watching the games. You see the fouls not being called, like punching players in the
Nah, yes,
head.
especially game 1 and 2. But as an overall basketball fan and a big Knicks fan, like my one of my favorite players is John Starks.
Yes, sir.
I think a lot of the issues with the Knicks was it was the pace. I seen a lot of the Knicks, them boys was tired in the fourth quarter. Them Pacers was running,
Do
bro.
not paying the
They was
bench.
running up and down,
Yeah,
and
facts, facts.
The Knicks was like, let this game be over. I know that feeling.
And you know, as Knicks fans, we're gonna always make excuses for our team, bro. The coach ain't played the bench, and our boys was tired. You right, you right. But there are some questionable calls in those games. I'm talking, I seen
Nah,
somebody
especially game,
basically
yeah.
clothesline OG Anunoby. Clothesline him. No foul called. And then this isn't the first two NBA players. One NBA player got banned from the league.
Yeah, that
I
was
don't
the
know.
Michael Porter Jr.'s brother.
Yeah. Now he's
Yeah.
banned from the league. So now we talking about losing generational wealth for 30 racks?
But to be honest, I think is I think it's more bread than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think Terry Rozier just gonna risk it all for 200. They gotta be more to it. You know what I mean? Because that's just stupidity. But they was also having allegations. They didn't have the allegation, but a lot of people was talking about it with the NFL. I think it was last year. Like the Chiefs, they had was like 6 and 7 and 0, and they were just giving them all the calls, and they was giving them this because it's like what it really all boils down to is the people have the power. And they felt like, oh, the people's going behind the Chiefs. The people want to see the Chiefs win.
Ratings.
The people want to see the Chiefs win, and it's like these is gonna basically be the ratings. We
Yup.
gonna make it happen. And it's the
Taylor
same thing, bro.
Swift. All
Facts. It's
that.
the same thing when you see like, oh, you got the freaking Browns playing the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden the Eagles don't bring their A game, and it's like, you put 200 on the Eagles to win. You're like, oh, this is easy money. And the Browns win by like 3 points or for silly play. That's why, bro. It's like it's hard to trust. I don't trust it. You know what I mean? I won't
Yeah.
be surprised if they have a winner for some of the sports. I won't be
Yeah.
surprised,
If it's fixed, right?
because
So
it's
that's
even
taken
like, even with
away
the Cooper Flag pick. How the hell how the Mavericks got Cooper Flag?
because they got rid of Luca. Just like that. That's like the hush hush. Get rid of Luca, send him to the Lakers because we need the Lakers to be good, and we got you. And then you get Cooper Flag, the best player in college. And he's in Dallas. Like, I wish he was with the Knicks. You feel me? Or like an East Coast team, man, because he's going to be great. He's going to be great, bro. But now, like, where does this leave sport fans, right? Because now we clearly know players are betting on themselves. They're helping fix games. Do you think that's going to help ratings or drop ratings?
I think it's in between. I think few people already knew about it, but it's like
Yeah,
when
that's
you
true.
when you in love with when you in love with the game, It's like sometimes you're able to look past it. I'm not saying it's just gonna be like that. Like, I'm not gonna bet today, but I'm gonna watch it. You're not gonna just say, "Oh, I'm just gonna stop watching the
Yeah,
Knicks."
yeah.
You know
Okay,
what I
you
mean?
right. Yeah, you right.
That's a part of your tradition. You grew up on that. You know what I mean?
Amen.
It's
That's a
like
fact.
so. I think it's just like a lot of people. Maybe I'm like, you know what? Instead of putting a lot of money on the betting, you know what I'm saying? Either they not or they're gonna just fall back from a lot of the betting because they don't trust the system.
Trust the
You know,
system and then just
and it's
enjoy
like
the
the funny
game.
thing was it's been a little new thing that's been going on too. Is like usually Prize Picks got these instant updates. And now it's like, oh, you gotta refresh it, close the app. Last year, I think his name is Gobatart, the center for the Magics. Bro, I had
Uh-huh.
him for rebounds. His line was like at 9.5, bro. Homie had
Okay.
11 rebounds, and somehow they took 2 rebounds off. I don't know what, bro. They gave listen. His line slipped green, and then they took 2 rebounds off. Oh, him and this other guy got a rebound together. They shared the rebound. I'm like, yo, how the
That
hell?
is
And then I was like, am
crazy.
I the only one? And then on Twitter was going off like, yo, this dude just had 11 rebounds. How he got and you
9.
know maybe
Robbing
he
people.
forgot.
Yo. So with the Terry Rozier, we could make light of it and joke, right? But with the Chauncey Billups, they're talking about the mafia. Now we know you don't fuck with the mafia. So if you're in business with the mafia, you gotta follow protocol. Do you think the Chauncey Billups situation was more fight or flight, scared type shit, or was it greed?
Now, because you gotta accept it, you know what I mean? It's like, and also too, they gotta
Okay,
trust you.
yeah,
They gotta trust you for it to bring you in. Well,
facts.
I definitely think it was greed, and maybe it's some underlying other things that's been going on before for him to have that connection. But I do like what you said, man, about the blue collar workers and us 9 to 5 people that's or going to work or that your average person. It's like you guys is taking from us. It's like you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man.
And then y'all
Yeah,
try to pitch it on to like, oh yeah, we give back to our fans, we give back to our community. It's like that ain't the way to give back, man. That's what I mean. That's selfish.
facts. Selfish, bro. Now you take away our time because we're watching these games to support you, help you get paid. And we're like, oh, maybe we could get a little something out of it by sports betting, which is legal in certain states. And y'all fucking us over on that end too? Like, come
Every
on,
way
man.
from the tickets
Yeah.
to the concession stand to the
Cable.
jerseys to the jerseys, to the
Facts.
cable. You know what I mean? It's everything. And that's why I said, man, you got to take the real message out of what's going on. And I think God is calling us to wake up. Not only that you can't trust people, but it's like everything they trying to charge us for. It's like we set up to basically be broke. You gotta
Yeah,
you
facts.
wanna go to
Facts.
this. You're gonna go to this concert. You spend $500 or $600 on a concert. Oh, let's put this concert out on Facebook and social media so it could be like the biggest thing. And if you miss it, you're gonna be so sad. It's like,
And
yo,
it's all
you
over your algorithm. So
and
now you every page you click, you see the concert. You're like,
that's
God damn.
that's
You
why
can't escape it.
sometimes you gotta learn to miss out on, pleasures, you know what I'm saying, to hit your goals, you know what I'm saying? Just you have to, miss out on that, that limelight
Facts.
to really lock in, bro, because it's like everything is expensive, bro. Like you go to the sports bar to watch a game. Oh, you want 2 beers, you want this.
Yeah.
And then they charging you extra for everything. And it's like,
Gratuity included for
exactly.
giving me a beer.
Until we come together as a community and be like, you know what, just like what happened with Target, or even look what the situation that happened with this what's this company's name that they had the situation where they was like there was a situation with Charlie Kirk that when the company that's the Jimmy that owns the Jimmy Kimmel show.
NBC?
Yeah, so look how fast they put him back on the air. You think they put him but they wanted to?
Nah,
Because
the
you
people.
you know how much people drop Disney?
Mm,
It's the power, saying in the people. A lot of people
coming
like, yo,
together.
correct. A lot of people be scared, like, oh, they had some situation going in the UK with some digital devices and everything like that. And for me as a person, I'm like, if the people come together, and say, yo, listen, we not going for that. We're not paying for those tickets. They have no choice but to drop the prices. They
Facts.
can't, the NBA can't run if there's no fans in the stands, if there's no fans buying jerseys. It's
Facts.
it's not a lucrative business.
Facts, man. Gotta take a stand. Yo, I think like this investigation and everything is gonna hurt the NBA, bro. I really think so because fans, diehard fans, are starting to see the NBA for the business that it is. There were fans crying when Luca got traded. Crying, bro. Grown men with their sons and daughters and wives. Like, why would you trade our generational talent? And then the next week they get the #1 draft pick. And like, oh, okay, maybe this might be like I told you we got you, right? So that's one thing that we see happening. Blatant no calls in playoff games. We know that's fixed. They wanted two small market teams in the NBA Finals, OKC, Indiana. They got what they wanted. Two small market teams. In my opinion, that's me speaking from a non-biased perspective, even though I'm a diehard Knicks fan. There's no way we beat Boston so easily, and then we struggle with them no matter how much they running and gunning up and down. Call the fouls. If they call the fouls, bare minimum, we take it to a game 7.
Absolutely.
They didn't call the fouls. And then you see these trades out of nowhere, signings. This person bought a house in Long Island. So they like, so now they might want to play for the Knicks or the Nets. Like they playing in our face, bro. But now we're more aware, to your point. But this shit is gonna hurt the NBA. This is
Agreed.
like for sports betting, now that it's legal, because we know that was happening way back. Betting, playing with your teammate. But now it's all over the news, bro. Disgrace. That's what they, yeah, disgraced NBA player Terry Rozier. Like, and he's not even guilty yet. It's all it's all alleged. But we know. But
Nah,
allegedly. Innocent until proven guilty. But this shit, I say, yo, I gotta hit Jay to talk about this shit, bro. I don't think the NBA can rebound from this. Do you think he's gonna get Michael Porter's Jr.'s brother's treatment banned?
I agree with what you said. So I don't know who the NBA is gonna make an example out of, but they're gonna make an example out of somebody like they did Michael Porter Jr.'s brother
Yeah,
to
bro.
make themselves look good. So I don't know how serious is his allegations, but I think too is what causes red flags is what they were saying when I was doing a little bit of research. It was so much people was put in. There was not so much people. There were so many separate bets. You know what I'm saying? With Terry Rozier on the under on different apps. Just they were just spamming it. You know what I mean?
Come on, man.
So
He probably get no bets, and then all of a sudden he has 50.
and then to top it off, he was better off just breaking his shot. He faked he faked the injury. So
Bro,
you fake it, you faking an injury. You know what I mean? It's like now you really causing a red flag.
yeah,
And
bro,
then
that's crazy.
and then his injury, I don't think his injury happened to after the second half because some of the apps you get into the second half, you get into the first and the second quarter for them to reboot your money. But
Okay.
I don't think his injury happened like to the second half.
So that means the people, if he did it in the first half, common folk like you and I would have got our money back.
No, I
So
took
he
the under on him.
purposely, so you won big. So you won big. That's why you like, yo, I came up. I took the under on him. I came up, bro. I'm happy for you. I ain't hit a parlay in months, bro. My wife be getting mad, like, yo, babe. I'm like, yo, it's only $5. It's only $3. She's like, babe, you're not gonna win 1,000.
What you doing those 5 legs, them 10 leggers?
10 leg parlay.
Nah, you gotta cut it down, man. Cut it down to like
I be
three.
trying to win four, 4,000.
Nah, that's the trick of the system. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the trick. You gotta wait till they get them promos where all you gotta do is win. All they gotta do is get like 1 yard. You put like two people with that man, put 20 or 30. You know what I mean? It's a little three or 400.
Mm.
It's
You're
easier.
teaching me.
The chances is easier to win. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yes,
you
sir.
know, you
All
take
right.
advantage of those promos and stuff.
Now I'm gonna have to proof. I'm OJ. Can you proofread my parlay? Let me know if it's.
I'll be losing too. I'll be
Let
losing
me
too, but
know.
I'll be losing. You know what I mean? But
Damn,
when you
man.
keep on losing, you broke up.
Crazy. Like, damn. Am I back?
Nah, you good. You good. You back.
Okay, yeah. That's me going crazy laughing, man, like kicking the podcast desk. My bad, bro. Damn, this shit is crazy. And I was just like, the NBA season just started. It's the second day. Big scandal. FBI, mafia, Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier. I'm like, the fuck? Like, what are they trying to take our attention off of right now with all of this? Cause I be thinking like conspiracy theorists, like,
Nah, yeah, I don't blame you. That's
yeah,
smart.
like,
That's
what are
smart.
y'all trying to make us not pay attention to? Cause everyone's gonna be talking about this. Look at us. We came from work, hopped on the live real quick to talk about this shit, bro. I ain't even watch a full Knick game yet. Dates too. I just been watching highlights. This shit is crazy, bro. It's crazy. But man, there's another topic that I want to talk about. I know it's late. Thank you again for joining. I know you like, yo, this is what I'm doing, man. I'm riding with
Nah,
you, and I appreciate it. But we was texting, and during our text thread, you brought up the government shutdown and how that's also affecting the common folks like you and I.
nah, yeah, fact.
Do the Yeah, I didn't do the full due diligence yet, but I think it had to do with SNAP, like affecting food stamps and stuff like that for people that need it. It even affected like my job. Like I can't even do a background check on people because the government is shut down.
Damn, my boy doing
Yeah.
background checks. My boy, hot status up in
Nah,
there.
nah,
Damn.
nah. Nah, the company I work for,
God,
before I can hire someone, they do a background check. I ain't the feds. I ain't the feds on the Emo and T1 podcast. I'm just a common working man. You
I
feel
hear
me?
you.
So like, but can you elaborate more on that? Like, has it been affecting like Section 8 or like the food stamps? Or are they trying to take it away? Like the SNAP benefit?
Yeah, so my thought
Like
about that, just stepping away. The devil is a liar. I seen the battery percentages come on.
the devil trying to eat
I gotta make sure we get that message too.
facts. Yo, bro, that's the NBA, bro. That's the NBA. The NBA don't want us to win. This shit is crazy. But go ahead, my brother. Go
Nah,
ahead.
yeah, facts. I'm not fully educated on the situation, but
Okay,
I
yeah.
do want to mention for for those a lot of people that's commenting on the situation, basically degrading people that's on food stamps, welfare, and SNAP
Ignorance.
benefits. I just want to mention
Ignorance.
that people don't realize that like you got young college students that's on food stamps. You got somebody with no
Single
mom, no
parents.
dad.
Yeah,
Somebody
single parents.
we saw a husband go and speak out. His wife is disabled. He's working two jobs, and his wife was making money. Now she's disabled. I
Yeah,
think
bro.
what
They
people don't
taking our
realize is
tax dollars. Like we
correct.
deserve that benefit.
So they need more of a system. But what I'm hearing is until the government is back up, the benefits is not going to basically, if the government doesn't come back up in November, basically those benefits for November won't be there. So it'll be a Thanksgiving with no food stamps. So, and
Think about how many families would be affected, bro.
I think they want to just give us a little taste of the medicine because, like, before they take something away, they try to give you a taste of it. And there's an African proverb says if you give, they say if you give somebody the power to feed you, you give somebody the power to starve you. And
Mm.
and with the SNAP benefit situation, it's like some people all their life they basically depended on it. Yeah, you got some people that was probably basically lazy. You got some people that was working, but it's not also just for the stat benefits. I got a few friends that work in the government. They're not even getting paid. So
Damn.
their money is on basically on basically on hold. And some of them they thinking that, "Oh, yeah, you got to come to work." You know what I'm saying? But my money's on hold, so you basically controlling my money.
Slavery. I'm coming to work and not being compensated. As my bills don't stop, my rent, my mortgage don't stop. My kids still got to eat. So, like people like that work at the post office, these are federal jobs. Like, do you tell me they're not getting paid? Shit is
Nope.
crazy.
And
See,
some Section 8. Correct. Section 8 is being affected as well because when it's time for the government to pay the landlord, the landlord's waiting on that check and the government shut down. Or because they can't come to an agreement. So, you gotta ask yourself, some people is like, hey, do they really care?
you know,
I'm pretty sure they'll figure it out. But if you figure it out a month later, are they gonna basically give that back money, or what those families is gonna do? For thanks families is gonna do for Thanksgiving. How the stores
facts,
is gonna
bro.
be looking? How's crime gonna be looking?
Yeah, it's a trickle effect. You right. Cause if you, I can't, I want to pay for it, but if I can't, I'm gonna take it. So now crime goes up. That's a great point.
And then you have those people with those mindsets of just, thinking negative. It's like, hey, the government did this to me, and they just do a stupid act because there's so much anger basically built up, basically about the situations that's basically going on. And, you can't just take something away from somebody and not even give them, something small to supplement.
Absolutely. And you're taking away a benefit. This is like a legal thing, like law. You get what I'm saying? Like this is now affecting how I could pay my rent. I'm
Correct.
disabled. I'm a veteran. This is like I fought for this country. This is a
And then,
benefit that helps me and my family.
And there's not even no gray line. Even if you got kids, it's not like there's a gray line. Well, hey, you got kids, you could come get your stamps. It's like, no, no stamps. And it's like, you know, a lot of people was basically dependent on it. People's like, oh yeah, that person could go to work. Well, some of these people is disabled. They can't go to work.
Yeah, like that's
You know what I
ignorant
mean?
shit, bro. That's ignorant shit. I hate it.
And the issue is that the way the system is set up, bro, is not set up for us to basically succeed. It's set up for you almost in the sense of to depend on the system. Because if
Yeah.
you're making too much money, you don't qualify.
Yep.
If the man is in the home, you don't qualify. If you have a f- if you have a if you have a kid with somebody, the woman has a kid, she has a child's father, you have to put the child's father on child support or say you don't know the child's father in order for you to qualify. Because now instead of you getting child support, they're gonna get a cut out of there as well. It's set up for you to basically fail.
Fail. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Keep you dependent on it, and you can't make over a certain amount of income. Now I want to highlight on the Section A because it's like if you take Section A away, you take certain benefits. I'm not saying that they're going to, but the thing about it is that New York is getting so expensive. How are they gonna fill all these homes? Because sometimes you see a house over here, 3 grand, 4 grand, and then you find out, oh, how you paying for your home? Well, I got Section A. Oh, I got a
Yeah.
program. Oh, I got
Luxury
feds.
buildings. They building luxury buildings more than corner stores now. My whole block look different.
But how is the average person's gonna afford $4,000 worth of rent?
Come on, man.
A couple of two.
It's impossible. It's
Exactly.
impossible.
So they talk about all these programs and all this stuff, but you won't be able to fill those apartment complexes, those
Yeah, they're all
buildings, those
vacant.
condos.
They be empty. Yeah. And if it are people in there, it's not people that look like you and I. So we know what that is when the push out starts. Push out. I'll come into our community, push us out. Respectfully. I love everyone. I get along with everyone, but I see the plan. I see it. The same way companies get priced out of certain neighborhoods. Companies. People could get priced out of their neighborhoods too.
Well, yeah, it's definitely happening, and it's definitely been going on for it's definitely been going on while it's happening because they um I feel like they feel like, okay, if we get a certain group of people in here, we could raise the price. Almost like San Francisco. San Francisco, the rent is ridiculous, but you don't get the bang for your buck.
The
So
apartments, no parking, tiny ass apartments, just like New York. Just like
correct.
New York, bro.
But
Shit
question,
is,
what you think is gonna happen with the benefits? You think that they're gonna come to agreement and they're gonna be able to get this SNAP situation fixed?
man, I hope they do, man. I hope they do, because Christmas is coming up. Thanksgiving is coming up. Well, Indigenous People Day is coming up. Whatever you celebrate's coming up, right? And I can't imagine a family in need not being able to celebrate with their friends, with their loved ones, because of the government having an ego and can't get along shit. Billionaires, trillionaires upset at one another is affecting the common folk at the bottom of the pyramid. But this is America. It's not the
Yeah,
first time this stuff like this has happened.
and they
And it's
had
probably not going to be the last.
exactly. And the funny thing is, they arrested a lady for a few people, but I know a lady, she was going viral. They arrested her for selling baked goods, with her food stamp money. And it's a whole bunch of documents like you got to sign that you can't
Yeah.
resell your stuff or use your money. But
Can't
they arrest.
monetize off of it.
But the thing is that you want that person to get off of it. I mean, I'm not saying that I agree, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying it
But they're
has to.
trying to. They're trying to get paid.
It is exactly. But the thing is
And damned
it's
if you
like
do,
the
damned if you don't.
it's like the big brother. If I can't get a piece of it, and I think it
Mm,
goes back to the NBA or just sports. Let me get a piece of that. Let me get a piece of that pie, and you're good. I'll look the other way. You know what I mean? Let me get a piece of the pie, and boom,
I ain't never see it.
I'm gonna look the other way. And I think that's what's spoiling everything. Because there was even a time where you could go into the store and you could trade in your food stamps. People was trading in their food stamps,
Oh
and then
shit.
then people was making it hot, or people was selling their food stamps on the corner, and then you'd be surprised. They probably go to the food stamp office and they're like, yeah, you know, this selling your food stamps is illegal. And when you living in a struggle, you're gonna find any and which way to basically provide or do what you have to do. I just think that they need a better system. Are they saying, okay, you have to work 80 hours a month? And I hear a lot of people saying, oh, that been the way. It
Yeah.
it's always been in existence. But I think now Trump and his administration, they want to stress it because maybe before you could get away an easy pass or get somebody to sign, you did 80 hours. But I think they want tougher rules that, hey, you have to go out and work. But the issue is that we the people have to see, especially the ones that's receiving SNAP benefit. You have to see, hey, listen, God is showing me, hey, listen, they could take away my SNAP benefit. So let
Yeah.
me let me get on my APs and Qs to get what I gotta get everything ready. That way I'm not dependent.
Absolutely.
If the SNAP benefits come, you bless, great. But at the end of the day, it's like, if this is happening, what the hell is next to come? It's like every time you turn around, it's something going on. You know what I'm
Every
saying?
time.
SNAP benefits, this.
Pandemic.
So
All that.
it's like, what I'm saying? Like, what's next? I mean, we are already dealing with the after effect of COVID from inflation.
Yeah.
Everything is so damn high. You know what I mean? And then instead of us as a people sometimes coming together, we competing with each other. Instead of
Yeah.
us coming together and being like, yo, listen, the next door neighbor, she didn't get her SNAP benefits. Oh, boom, I'm cooking. I got you.
Community.
That's what community
A
is.
community.
Exactly. That's what it's all about. But
Bro.
the younger generation is like competing with each other to go and get stuff, and then at the end of the day, we don't have
Pointless.
anything. You know what I
Don't have
mean?
nothing.
So I
That
hope this.
community, bro. Yo, I love every time we connect, because you speak the good word of insight, right? But this is the perfect drop the mic when you bring up community. I'm gonna give you an example. So my wife if is works full time and is currently pursuing her master's degree. And
Up to
then
your wife.
yes, word, shout out, baby. And during the last episode, you said something. You said just because your wife ain't home, you can't do dishes, you can't cook a meal. I'ma order food, put a robe on, like, hey, babe, I cook. Right. And that was so funny and joyful, right? And in the house, we split all responsibilities. Always. That's the way it's supposed to be, right? Like I'm doing dishes. I may not be cooking, but I'm doing dishes. When it comes to finances, that's nothing. We never trip about that, right? But when she started this semester, it was intense. So I was like, yo, babe, focus on school right now. We'll eat out every so often. And then I know when you cook, it'll be a big meal and it'll last us, right? So one day I came home from work, I had a closing shift, and I came home. My wife's like, typing up a paper, like eyes like this. I'm like, yo, you had too much coffee? She's like, babe, this is due by midnight, yo. I'm like, all right, baby, go ahead, go ahead. I'm gonna get us food. Like, that's nothing. I'm just expecting her to cook all the time, bro. This is a career woman. You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
And we've been together for going on a decade. So I went to the Jamaican restaurant to reel the story back in. And it's my favorite Jamaican restaurant. And I go to, it's called Exquisite. I pull up or whatever, and they're like, oh, what's up, man? Long time no see. I'm like, oh, yeah, yeah. School was out. So now me and the wife is cooking more. You feel me? And they're like, all right, good to see you. Good to see you. So I ordered my meal, barbecue chicken, rice and peas, plantain. And I ordered one for my wife as well. So then I'm like, but I never bought two of them. I was at, so I'm like, all right, boom, I'm doing the math in my head and I'm counting the money. And then he was like, what happened? I'm like, oh, no, I'm making sure I'm giving you all the money. And he said to me, yo, Jay, he said, even if you didn't have the money, I'd have gave it to you. You a loyal customer.
That's the
In 2025, this is a business owner, popular Jamaican restaurant. I remember KRS-One was going there before his verses. That it's like a staple in the community. And he was just like, man, you a loyal customer. You ain't got to count your cash. Like, I was like, I know, but I didn't say that to him. But in my head, I'm like, oh, no, I was just counting the cash to make sure I was giving you everything. It's not that
correct.
I didn't have it. I had it. But on his perspective is, even if you didn't, you would have left
Got
with
you.
food today. I got you. And I was like, man, thank you so much for that, brother. He was like, for what? He's like, you a loyal customer, man. You support us. And that's what you be talking about, the community.
Nah, yeah, facts. And before I let you go, you had mentioned something on the other
Yeah, yeah.
episode. You had asked me a question, and we got so caught up into it. I was like, damn, I didn't even answer
My
your
bad.
question.
It's me, bro.
No,
I
no.
be
It was
talking too
nah.
much.
It was me. It was definitely me. It was me.
Yeah.
But you said, yo, you was like, yo, Jay, why is it that I feel like I love my wife more, being that we got married? And I just think that that was so deep, and it just goes with what you was saying as you was, as she was going to school now and everything that was going on. And the answer to your question, me personally, I think no. I think, you already loved her. You know what I mean? I think your love is, probably already at its max, but I think it's just like certain things unfold, and then our mind plays tricks on us that
Yeah.
we or whether it's a time or whether it's an event, like, oh, the marriage is event, the real marriage already happened in your heart.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying?
the
Before, when
real
you was,
marriage happened in my heart.
it happened in your
That's a
heart,
bar.
it happened in your heart and your mind when you was willing to say you do. But the thing is that when I was looking at this, I was looking at this study on Facebook. It came up and it was saying like a certain percentage of marriages that don't last, that went out and spent 30 to 40,000, 50,000, basically on the wedding, because the wedding got to happen here in your heart and in your mind, that you like,
Mm,
yo, no matter what, we argue, we fight, all right, we good. You don't got it today, I got it. And I think that that message that you brought up was, was really good, because sometimes our mind is playing tricks on us. You're like, when we get the wedding ring, when we say I do, it's gonna be more official. It's gonna be more better, and not realizing it was official from the moment
from
you
the
thought about doing it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
You just put a name on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I think that's what's most important, because sometimes it's the simple marriages to say, yo, listen, we here together, boom, boom. But a lot of times people try to go all flamboyant, spend 30, $40,000, invite everybody, and they don't last. So I just wanted to leave you with that.
My brother, that's God talking to me through you, bro. But that's in your resume and your repertoire. You was in the church preaching the good word.
Yes,
So it's
sir.
only right you preaching the good word to your brother.
Yes,
Man,
sir.
that was beautiful, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna make sure I tell my wife, yo, babe, Jay said we've been married, yo. You know, we've been married. We've been married because we got married here and here. That's why we gonna last forever.
Amen.
Forever.
Amen.
Forever, bro. God is good and forever. Bro,
Amen.
thank you so much. Tell your lady and your kids I'm sorry because I know you just got in from work and I'm like, yo, I need you. I need you. Let's do a podcast. Thank you for being available. I'm going to edit this bad boy right now, put it right out to the public at 10:50. I don't give a fuck. We going viral at 10:50. We going viral, bro. And we going to probably do another one this weekend because the way this world is going, they're going to keep giving us more news to talk about. So if you're
Yeah.
available, I will be reaching out.
Yeah, man, you ain't gotta worry, man. I make time, man. Even if I gotta call out, even if I gotta do it on my lunch break. But I do want to remind the people about the book, The War Within.
Mm,
The link will basically be in my page. You know, it's always a pleasure when your passion calls. You got to pick up the phone.
amen. The war within.
Exactly, and I'm
The
looking
war
forward to
within.
next
Go
week.
get that. And you owe me a book, bro. I'll buy it. You know that. You
Yeah,
told me you was
now
gonna
you
send me the
you
book. I
good,
checked
you
my
good. You
P.O.
ain't you
box.
ain't
It wasn't
man,
in there.
you ain't gotta buy. You ain't gotta buy. I've been moving and
Nah, I
stuff like
do.
that. I
I do
got you.
have
Got
to buy it. No, cause I gotta support your business because you're supporting mine. I
nah.
do
Yeah,
have to buy
facts.
it. I wanna buy it.
I
That's the
respect that.
community. That's the community. I have to give my money to you, not to the other side. Because I know where that money goes to you, it's going to come back to me.
Okay, exactly.
Because your mind state is rich already.
Correct.
That money's going to help build the community. Why would I not buy it? Yeah, I'm definitely going to buy it.
I'm gonna
Offer the
need that.
link.
I'm gonna need that PO box again.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. I don't want to share on here. You know, I'm going to
No,
hit you
no,
on
no,
the
no.
text
Of
with
course, of
that.
course. No,
Yeah.
of
People
course, of
start
course. You
sending me
already know. No,
merch.
no, no, no,
You
no.
can send me merch. Not yet. I'll let y'all know when. Yo, Jay, let the people know where to find you, brother.
You can find me on Instagram, still searching 30. You can find me on Facebook, East New York 365, or you can
Let's
just
go.
take the link from Facebook. You already know it's always a pleasure. You already know what it is.
My brother, thank you. Y'all know where to find me, the number one teach, the number one podcast everywhere. Please like, comment, subscribe. If y'all like these quick touch bases, let me know. We'll keep them coming. Jay's a regular guest. I got a group of regular guests. And if you want to get on Story Time to tell your story and potentially become a regular guest, hit me on Instagram. You already know.
Peace.
Peace. Yo. Welcome to Story Time with Chief, brought to you by E1T1 Entertainment. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you enjoy the episode, feel free to hit the Cash App. Any donation is highly appreciated. Peace.